Right guys, today we're going to be showing you how to farm green essence stones infinitely. So, first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have Tiny Task downloaded. I've got it open here. I'll put the link in the description, so go ahead and download Tiny Task first. Next, what you want to do is go on Preferences in Tiny Task and choose Always on Top. This will keep it here so you can see if your macro is working. And you want to put it on Continuous Playback. So, next we're going to want to go Play. And we're going to head into these stages. Legend stages is the best way to farm them. So, depending on what units you're also wanting to evolve, you can do 2 birds 1 stone here. So, choose which one you want. I'm going to be farming this one for the Sung Jin Woo Shadow Traces. So, let's get into this. This method will work for any of the legend stages other than Act 3 of Double Dungeon, since the macro would have to be a bit specific as you got to deal with the statues. So, what's important for this is you're going to want to stay in the same position. So I would recommend teleport to spawn, zoom out, and then look about here, gives you a pretty good range. And then once we've done this, we're going to vote to start, and we're just going to let the enemies kill us here. So I'll put a quick time lapse, I'll see you guys straight after. So now you've got to this point, you're going to want to check preferences, recording hotkey. I've got mine set to F8, and then you also check your playback hotkey. I've got mine on print screen. So what we're going to want to do here is get in, we're going to press F8, then you're going to wait a few seconds, then press retry. Wait a few more seconds, press yes. Press down our first speed wagon. So the main thing here, guys, make sure you do not move your camera view or your character, or else this isn't going to work. You need to stay completely still while clearing this. Sprint wagon down. And guys, while waiting, please drop a comment down below if you managed to get Monarch on any of your characters yet, because I got Ferial on my Obito when I first started the game, like my 3rd or 4th reroll. But since I've put over 100 trait rerolls into Tengen, and yeah, he's on Vigor 3 still, which pretty terrible to be honest. But yeah, hopefully you guys are getting luckier than me with these rerolls, because I've been getting screwed. Also drop a comment if you managed to get Alucard yet, because after hundreds of thousands of gems, I still don't have him. Actually not sure what the drop chance on him is, but it must be minute because he does not seem to be a thing for me. So when we're going to upgrade our units, give it a few seconds, just make sure you have the money. You can also double press it a few times just to make sure you get that upgrade put down. We're doing this because we're trying to minimize the amount of error that can occur, because there's lag, units getting killed in different timings, stuns hitting different ones of your units, and cause issues. So we've got to make sure we do this. Let's put a crocodile here. If that stun hit the croc, it could have hit the Vegeta, then maybe someone could have leaked through. So you got to be careful with unit placements and making sure you take your time with your upgrades, as it can cause some delay in your run in terms of how quickly you get money, as stuff isn't dying as quickly as before. Run over to here. So you will be able to do this with any unit, guys. If you can clear this stage, you can macro this. It's an easy stage to macro. It's just about getting the timing right. You might do this a few times, your macro's not working. Don't get stressed, just try again. Try follow the steps in this video as closely as possible. Take your time with your upgrades, don't rush them, double press them. You can always go back to one and keep pressing it a few more times, nothing wrong with that. As long as there's no chance of the units getting through, you will be good, as the boss is really easy to kill and these units have literally no health. And I'm probably being a bit overkill maxing out my sprint wagons, but especially for people with worse units, maybe unevolved units, maxing these out and getting max upgrades on all your characters is absolutely necessary. as it'll guarantee you don't fail. And if you're wanting to run this macro overnight, while you go to school, while you go to work, you don't want it to be failing. So I would also recommend, once you've done this and once you've run through, watch over the macro for its first few runs, make sure it's working properly. Because the worst thing is if you set this up, go somewhere, come back 8 hours later to just having it not work and you've been getting no essence. That'd be terrible. Another thing to talk about is also there is a max essence you can carry of 100, so you can get average of, you get 1 to 3 per run, so you could max that out pretty quick. So what I would recommend doing is, before you do this, convert all your green essence stones into the other types, just so you have more storage to fill up and you can get the max amount of green essences in this time, because otherwise you're going to cap out and just be getting nothing. I mean, you'll still be getting the evolution items, but you're going to cap out on how many evolution items you need for your character way before you're going to max out on green essence, so that's not really relevant. I would just play the waiting game. My Obiter here probably just going to kill everything because he's got ethereal and he's maxed out, but you guys might get a bit further. Don't feel free to change some things, like maybe put a unit further on if you're struggling to clear, but again, just if you can do that. I moved there, but it shouldn't matter because I know the spot I was in. A little bit margin for error. I wouldn't move if I were you guys. Maybe just restart if you're gonna move. If you move like I did, but I think it'll be fine because my Obiter here is just gonna kill everything, and I moved pretty late in the macro once everything's already been placed, so it's not gonna have much of an effect. Still wouldn't recommend doing it though, because you just never know. Also going to mention, guys, I'm going to be doing a community Discord for my channel where mainly going to be around Roblox, mainly AnimeVanguards, maybe some other anime games at some point. But for now, we're sticking to AnimeVanguards. It's going to just be a community Discord, place for people to hang out, posting your pulls, maybe you got Alucard, posting when you got Monarch, just talk, show units, show off maybe if you get lucky, show your shinies, just anything, just somewhere to chat about AnimeVanguards. And I will be putting updates on the game updates in there too. Keep an eye out for that in the description, and join if you're feeling like that's something you'd be interested in. Now we just wait. So yeah, I don't know, like, because everyone online I see seems to get Monarch. Okay, so when you get here, you're gonna want to wait a while, like I'd say 20 to 30 seconds. Will make each of your runs slightly longer, but this is also accounting for lag. Like, say the boss stuns your main damage dealer early, you might kill the boss a bit later. So we just want to make sure we wait a bit. So I'm gonna give it another 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. Click through. I like to click an extra time here. Probably not necessary. A few extra times, just caution. Anyway, down here, and then we're going to press our macro key to stop recording. You can also just press it manually if you want. Because now we've done that, we've got the macro saved. What we're going to do is we're going to press play or our hotkey. I'll just press my hotkey in the screen. Now, as you can see, vote start yes. Now, the macro should play out. Obviously, I'm moving my camera a bit, so it might work not perfectly, but I'll just slowly move it back. But you guys do not move your camera. If you do end up moving your camera by accident, just restart. It's not worth it. If you're going to be farming this for hours, you want it to work properly. But anyway, I'll time-lapse up the rest of this macro run as I'm not even controlling it. You guys can watch this, see that it works, and then try it for yourselves. And I'll be back after that. Okay, guys, so we're about to kill the boss. Here we go. See, we killed the boss before all the enemies even spawned. I mean, that's just because my guy's OP. It might take a little bit longer if you haven't got the best units, as, you know, this video is aimed at beginners who don't know how to farm essence and probably have weaker units. But what you got to know about macros is not every macro is going to work for you. Like, you'll watch a video be like, the best macro, use this. But if you don't have the exact same units with similar traits and similar level and evolution, a lot of macros won't work. So a good thing to do is watch the videos and then you can judge for yourself. As you can see, the delay was a bit weird there. We killed the boss a bit faster this time, but because we've waited, it should be okay. But anyways, there goes, you guys. You saw that work. It's gonna, after these 20 seconds are up, it's gonna, we can see we're on 50 seconds on the macro at the top, so the macro's nearly over. So after this, it's gonna repeat because we put it on continuous. It's just gonna keep looping through the same action. So once again, leave this while you go somewhere. Anyway, guys, if this helped you out, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.